Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Mindful Monday. So happy to start my week with you. It's such a great practice to come here once a week, although I do firmly believe we need a few more yoga practices during the week to really let the magic of yoga enhance our lives, because it really does. And today I thought we would work on our sacral chakra, which is our center of creativity. It's the womb area. And sorry if you're a guy, it's the same for guys and girls. It's associated with water, so the idea of flow and the health of the kidneys. And, we are, 75% water, our body. So this creativity that is in all of us can be enhanced with yoga. I am sure of it. So I thought I'd start with a little reading. So find your comfortable seat, prop yourself up if you like. Make your legs as comfortable as possible. So always the option to use your blankets to prop up your knees, cover, just make yourself really feel grounded here in this space. Because sometimes when our sacral chakra is a little off, we might not feel as grounded. So really feel that connection to the surface beneath you as you come into your pose. And then I thought we would also incorporate a mudra for the sacral chakra, and this is called Yoni Mudra. So we're going to take our pinky, our fourth finger, and our third finger and just weave them together. And then our pointer fingers will touch, and then our thumbs will touch. So it looks like this. And then this mudra just goes right in front of our lower belly, our center of creativity. So if you decide you'd rather just forego the mudra, just let your hands rest where they're comfortable, either in your lap or on your thighs. And then if you're comfortable closing your eyes, let your eyes just softly close. And begin to become aware of your breath. So this morning, as we begin our breathing practice, think about your breath as in three parts. So we have the belly. We breathe in, allow the belly to expand. And then bring the breath up into your lungs. And then go a little farther this morning. Bring it all the way up into your throat. And then as you exhale, just let the belly sink back toward the spine. Let the breath leave the body. And then just pause. Feel that emptiness, all that potential for creativity. And then begin again. Fill your belly, your lungs, and your throat. And then exhale completely. Release and let go with every exhalation. We'll take one more breath together as I read to you from Melody Beattie's Journey to the Heart. And she writes, value your connection to creativity. Creativity is a force. A living, real force. It's the power of love, the power of life, a gift of the divine. You are connected to that force. Open up to your creative powers in work, in play, in love. Make creations that are beautiful to look at. Make creations you like to see. Creations that are pleasing to you. Creativity comes in many forms: cooking, decorating, speaking, drawing, writing, or building a castle in the sand at the beach. How you choose to create is up to you. She says, I used to love taking pictures when I was a child. Then one day, in a rage, my father smashed my camera to the floor. He told me taking pictures was nonsense. It was 20 years ago, and before it was 20 years before I let myself take a picture again, and now I can't stop. Who told you you weren't creative? Stand tall, speak up, and tell them they're wrong. Own your creative powers. Allow your creativity to heal and flourish. Value your connection to creativity. Value the way you choose to express your creative power. It is your expression of love. So as you're ready, just release your mudra. Let all that go. Let's just take a few neck circles. Just soften the neck, drawing some circles in front of you. Maybe going whatever direction. And as we move through this practice, allow your creativity to inspire you to make this practice your own. So if these neck circles aren't working for you, turn your head from side to side, modify as you need. Just have confidence that your creativity, your connection to the divine knows what you need. You've got this. So when you feel like you've loosened up a little bit in the neck, take your arms, clasp your hands, and take them right behind you on that occipital ridge of the back of the head. And just use the weight of your hands to lower your chin to your chest. And keep your breath nice and smooth. You might notice a little stretch in the upper back. The birds are really visiting us this morning. And just let a couple of breaths pass by as you stretch the back of the neck. And then as you're ready, release your hands. Take your hands behind you. Place your fingertips on the floor and draw your shoulder blades together. And take a gander up. So lift your nose toward the ceiling. And we'll take 3 breaths here, opening that space at the heart, opening the throat, just making space for the breath. Good. And on this next exhalation, let's come back forward, sit nice and tall. Switch the cross of your legs. Let's give our legs, our hips, another opportunity for stretching. And bring your hands to the fronts of your knees right here. Lower your chin to your chest. We'll make this more fluid, more flowing. So draw your belly into your spine. And then on your inhale, shine your heart, look up. And on your exhale, round. Some seated cat-cows to warm up the spine this morning. Creating some flow, uniting our breath with our body. So as you shine forward, think of your sacral chakra shining up toward the heavens. And then as you round forward, think of going inward. There's that paradox. We need to be open, and yet we need to be connected to what is our internal inspiration, right? Where is that place where that inspiration comes from? All right, on this next exhalation, as you round forward, really draw your belly into your spine. So really take your chin to your chest. And then slowly sit up tall. Take a few shoulder rolls. Let's get the shoulders all loosened up. Good, and then shake it out. Release anything that has been heavy on your heart or weighing down your shoulders. Let's let it all go. Let's let this practice be one of great flow. So we're going to bring our feet forward, take some windshield washers, loosen up those hips a little bit more. And then we'll come to our tabletop position, finding our blankets, smoothing out wrinkles, deciding which way you want your blanket to be under your knees. Make sure you're nice and comfy. Sophie, shake it out. Where is Sophie? Oh, she's in the house. Hi, Soph. She's not coming out this morning. Spread your fingers nice and wide, tops of the feet on the floor. And then let's take a few cat-cows here. So we can make that cat-cow a little bit bigger in this tabletop. So shining your heart, descending that belly toward the floor, and then rounding your spine, letting the crown of the head draw toward the floor on your exhalation. Move through a few of these so you can feel that spine loosening up, the whole back. Softening, releasing. Take it as slow as you are ready. And if you want to get creative with this, you can maybe take some figure eights here. So make it your own. Get what you need out of this practice. Good. And if your wrists ever get tired, you can always make fists with your wrists. So let's turn our fingertips toward us and just let our forearms get a nice little stretch. So sink back as you are able. Yeah, you'll feel that right away. I do. Let's take a couple of breaths here and just bring that blood flow into our forearms and our wrists. Good. Maybe moving a little bit just to counteract the wrist work that we will be doing. Let's take some circles here. Let's take maybe figure eights, maybe just regular circles. Make it your own. Take it a little bit deeper and go both directions. We want to loosen up the hips that surround that sacral chakra, keeping that whole area nice and open. And then come to stillness, bring your knees wide. Let's take a little pass through child's pose, extended child's pose. So reaching your fingertips forward, letting your forehead descend to the floor or a nice place to tuck a little block. And just let your hips sink back. So take your time here, finding that length in the spine. And then reach your fingertips. See if you can walk them forward a little bit more. Start to engage the upper back. Take a nice full breath. Exhale it out. And then on your next inhale, take a walk with your fingertips over to the right. So they'll be off your mat. And let your head sink down so it is framed by your arms. And the stretch is in the left side body here. So see if you can keep that left hip drawing back toward your heels. Breathe in, feel the breath giving you that internal massage in this shape. And then as you exhale it out, just take a walk on over to the left. Take it off your mat if you're able, and then draw the right hip back. Keep your head between your arms. Get a nice stretch in that right side body. Just breathing in and breathing out. Yeah. And when you're ready, bring your hands back to center. We'll place them a little bit in front of where they were. Bring your knees back to neutral. And then tuck your toes. Sink your heels back. Get a little stretch of your feet. Good. And then come forward. Lift your knees off the mat. Start to slowly rise. Make it a slow ascent up into your downward facing dog. So the heels press back. Your head relaxes again between your arms. And then bend one knee and then the other. Walk out your dog. Good. Gazing back toward your knees. And then find stillness here in your dog. So pressing into every joint of the fingers. Thinking about that space between the thumb and the forefinger, also pressing into your mat. Take a big breath in. And on your exhale, see if your heels will press a little closer to the earth. And then on your next inhalation, remove anything that's in the way and take a slow walk. Find your forward fold. So we'll come to the front of the mat. Let your head just angle. Knees can be bent. Hands come to wherever they're comfortable. So grazing the floor, finding your elbows for ragdoll. Find what feels good for you this morning. Just allow this practice to serve you. Shake your head out, yes and no. And just notice all the sensations of being upside down, head under heart. Take a nice big breath in and a slow breath out. And then we're going to root to rise, so pressing into the feet, just slowly draw yourself up, straightening the legs as you go, and then that sacral chakra shines. And then reach your arms up, take a look up, get long, get super long, and then draw your hands together and let them arrive right at your heart center, and just pause here. Maybe close your eyes and just tune in. Listen internally, feel sensations. We'll take one more breath in and then release on your exhale. Hands come down, palms face forward. Let's find that mountain pose, that shiny mountain pose. Lift and spread your toes, press the pinky and then the second, third, fourth, and big toes into the mat. And feel that groundedness. Feel that support. That surface beneath you rising up to meet you. Take a nice big breath in. And then we're going to sink down. So lower the hips down as you reach your arms up. We'll come into a chair pose. So sinking down, framing your ears, engaging those quadriceps, engaging the hips, taking a little shake if you like. Good. Nice big breath in. And on your exhale, swan dive forward. Send your fingertips to the floor. Maybe straighten your legs a little bit more. On your inhale, come up halfway. Ardha Uttanasana. Draw the shoulders down away from the ears. And on your exhale, hands come back to the floor. On your inhale, root to rise. Once more, look up, reach up. And on your exhale, take your right hand down to your side. Take your left arm up and over. And turn your gaze toward the left. Take a nice gentle side bend here. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, side bend to the left. Left arm reaches down. See how far down you can reach. Drop that left shoulder. Look under your right shoulder. Good. Inhale, reach up and look up. And exhale, go ahead and sink back down into your chair pose. Good. One more breath in. And on your exhale, we'll swan dive forward. Straighten your legs. Head comes under heart. And then inhale to your halfway lift. On your exhale, we're going to place our hands on the floor. So bend your knees as much as you need to. Spread your fingers nice and wide. Protect those wrists. Use all the joints of your fingers, getting that blood flow into the joints. And then step back with your right leg. Step back with your left leg. And lift your hips, downward facing dog. Good. Breathe in. And breathe out. Press those heels down to the floor. Keep the left leg on the floor. Lift the right leg up. Get really long. Press the left heel into the floor if it's rising up. Good. And then bend the right knee. Open up that right hip. Come into fire hydrant. Good. Maybe take an ankle circle or two if it feels
Yummy. And then when you're ready, re-extend. Send that leg back long. Look forward to between your hands. We're going to step the right foot forward, however you can get it up there, and you might have to scooch it forward. And come into your low crescent lunge, so fingertips framing. You might rock a little bit if that feels good on that left hip flexor. And then we're going to press that right foot into the floor as we slowly rise up. Come into your crescent. This is a familiar, look who's here. Hi, Sophie. It's a familiar pose. Hi, baby. How are you? Good. All right, so reach your fingertips up toward the sky. And then we're going to open up Warrior Two. You've been here before, so spin that left foot to flat. Reach your arms out from your shoulders. Gaze over that those right fingertips, right knee, tracking over the right ankle. Breathe in and breathe out. So strong, this warrior. So strong. Commit to our creativity here. So flip the right palm, lean back, find your peaceful warrior. Take a half bind here, so you can flip your left palm and reach it around reach it around your back. Maybe take a little more of a side bend. Good. Keeping that bend in the right knee. Breathe in. And then breathe out as you come back into your Warrior Two. Good job. Nice big breath in. And then as you're ready, we're going to take our left foot and spin it a little bit more and take that right foot a little closer to the right side of the mat. And then take your hands behind you, clasp them, squeeze your shoulder blades together, shine your heart, maybe look up, test your balance. And then we're going to come into a humble warrior. So it's a bow. So coming down to the left side of your right leg, head under heart once more. Breathe in. And breathe out. Maybe lift your arms a little bit higher. This is tricky. It can get a little wobbly, so embrace the wobble. Good. Breathe in. And breathe out. Slowly release. So hands come to frame the right foot. Spin the left foot so it's facing forward. And then lower the left knee to the floor. Here we go into a much more deep stretch. So be prepared. Maybe reach for your blanket, set it up, and we'll come into a lizard pose. So come in slowly, take your time. Yeah. So if you're feeling like this right foot is sort of sickling out, I'll move my blanket so you can see, so opening up a little bit and the knee is opening, that's fine. So if that enhances your experience of this stretch, let's go for it. Let's see if we can find a few moments of stillness in this intense lizard pose. Let's come into our breath. Remember that three-part breath, so filling up the belly, the chest, and then draw that air all the way up to the throat center. And then exhale it out. Maybe soften a little bit more on your exhale. We'll be here for a few more. Nice big breath in. And slow exhalations. Just allow that nervous system to relax. The capacity for relaxation is so important to our creativity. So we are building that capacity, right, Soph? Good. One more breath in. We've got this. And then on your exhalation, just move your blanket out of the way. Take your hands to the inside of that foot. Tuck the left foot, lift that knee, and then step your right foot back. Should feel good to stretch here. Downward facing dog. Good. Walk it out if you like. Take a full cleansing breath here. Big breath in, maybe an exhale through your mouth. That was deep. Let go of something. Let go of those limiting ideas. We've all got them, right? Excellent. When you're ready, lift the left foot high in the sky. Keep pressing that right heel down toward the floor. And then open up your left leg. Come into that fire hydrant pose. It always reminds me of our dog, Wilson. He was a little male cavapoo. He liked to lift his leg everywhere he went. He made his mark. When you're ready, maybe circle out the ankle. Re-extend that leg. Take a big breath in and look forward. Exhale as you step your left foot forward. Get it up there wherever you can. So you're in your low lunge, maybe rock forth and back and forth, and however you like. Get creative. And then finally get still. Think about where we're going. So we're going to rise up to our crescent lunge. Find that power in our warrior creators. So we can use our creativity to make the world more beautiful instead of more, the alternative, one of the alternatives. Reach your fingertips up toward the sky, draw your pinkies toward one another, and drop those shoulders down. So get really intentional about this crescent. It's strong. We're strong. Take a nice big breath in, and then as you're ready, open up. Find your warrior two. So the back foot spins to flat. It's at a little angle, and that left heel is intersecting with the center of the right foot. Left knee over the left ankle. Go ahead, breathe in deeply. Breathe out. Good. One more breath in. Keep gazing over those fingertips and let those shoulders roll down. Sometimes they want to hunch up. Just let them roll down and back. And then take that peaceful warrior with your right arm around your back, maybe a half bind, or if you like, just leave it down, hanging down there. Make it your own. Lean back, find the stretch in the left side body, keeping the integrity of this warrior two. Yeah, it's intense. Breathe in. And as you exhale, we'll come into warrior two again. Extend those arms. And then we're just going to scooch that left foot over to the left side. Right foot comes over toward the right. Making space, so we're opening up. And then take your hands behind you, clasp them some weird way, funky way. Get yourself all, tied up in knots. Just check in with your brain, make sure it's, make it a little challenged. It's like brushing your teeth with your non-dominant hand. And when you're ready, we'll come into our humble warrior. Always the option to come into a side angle if this is just not something that you are digging this morning. So head under heart, really embrace the wobble here. It's a balance. Breathe in. Good. Breathe out. Maybe lift the arms a little bit higher. One more. Breath in. And on your exhalation, take your fingertips to the floor. Spin that back foot so it's facing forward, same direction. And set yourself up for your lizard. So I like a little blanket under me. You can also use blocks. Lower that right knee to the floor. You can also tuck something under your knee if you like. And just come into this lizard pose. Surrender here. So it's a big part of creativity. Sophie, what are you doing under the table? I think she's searching for crumbs. Surrender. At some point we have to just give it up. I remember during the quarantine when we were really kind of locked down, I got into flower arranging. I would just go to the grocery store and get random flowers. It probably cost me more than it did to, hi sweetie, to just buy a bouquet, but I enjoyed I enjoyed putting my own bouquets together, my own arrangements. There's many ways to find our creative outlets, to express our creativity. So are you breathing slowly and intentionally? I hope so. We'll take 2 more here. Nice, big, deep inhalation. See if you can soften on your exhalation. I know this is one of the most intense stretches, but it's so good, so good. Here come the geese, right on cue. All right, on your next inhalation, slowly peel yourself up, move your blanket out of the way, take your hands to the floor, step your left foot back, and rise up into your down dog. One more time. Good. Let's lift the hips a little bit higher and press the heels to the floor. Just one more time. Take a nice big breath in, and a long, slow breath out. Good. And then when you're ready, come forward through a plank. Always the option to lower your knees. And then as you're ready, take a slow descent. Make it slow. Use the strength of your arms. And then come on down, lower the tops of the feet. And make a gentle, soft little pillow for yourself. And turn your head to one side and shake your hips out. So if you shake it out. Breathe in nice and deep, and exhale, let it go. One more breath in. I love the birds this morning. And then when you're ready, take your hands to the outsides of your shoulders and hug those elbows in. Squeeze the shoulder blades together and just peel your heart up. Come into a gentle Cobra Pose. Good. Lower just your forehead down and just take a moment. So if you shake it out. Press into your hands when you're ready. Inhale, rise up again, Cobra. We'll hold it a little longer each time. On your exhale, slowly lower down. On this next one, we'll hold it for a little bit longer, a little more intensity. Make it your own though. Only go as far as you're ready. On your inhale, rise up. Maybe even straighten your arms. If you'd like, you can lift your knees and come into an upward facing dog. Really shine your heart, draw the shoulders back, create some expansion in the chest. You've got it. Take another breath in. And then on your exhale, lower your knees. Bring them close together this time. Sink your hips back. Come into a child's pose. So arms can go back. You can reach for the outsides of your feet. And just let your shoulders roll forward. Just let this be a counter pose. Nice big breaths. Let the upper back just round. See if you can breathe into that entire back body, from the lower back all the way up to the tops of the lungs. And let it go. When you're ready, take your hands to the mat. Press yourself up. We'll come up to a seat. Good. Yeah, here we are. Here we are, Sophie. I'm so glad you joined us. We're going to take our right leg out to the right and our left leg to the inside of the right thigh. And then here's a nice place. If you're feeling like you could use some support, just tuck a blanket under this left leg. And then we're going to take our hands to frame the right foot. Go ahead and flex the right foot. And you can readjust as necessary. And then the torso turns toward that right foot. And I wanted to offer the option of a strap. If you happen to have a strap, this is another place you can use it. So you can wrap it around your foot. Or no strap, no problem. Just take your hands to the sides of your leg, to your ankle, to your foot. And then we're going to bow toward that right leg. So you notice the stretches in the left hip and also the right hamstring. And here's a great opportunity to use your breath, to work with your breath, to lift and lengthen, drawing those shoulders back and down. And then on your exhalation, to bow. So you can do that a few times. Good, Sophie, good exhalation. And then finally, we'll find stillness here in this shape for just a few breaths. Good. A few years ago, I went to a writer's retreat in Sedona. It was 10 miles out of Sedona down this dirt road at this remote location. It was so beautiful. It's called Sedona Mago Retreat Center. And we worked with, the writer, what is her name? I know, it'll come to me. Anyway, The Writer's Way. She was married to the film director. See, if I think about it, it won't come to me. But anyway, we did a lot of exercises to open up our creative channels, our sacral chakra, I guess, and she was wonderful. And she also has a lot of recommendations for things we can do to enhance our creativity. One is to write morning pages, 3 pages of freehand, just stream of consciousness writing every single day. And another is to take yourself on artist dates. I love that idea. Just by yourself, go somewhere and just experience. So anyway, at that retreat, we practice something that we will try a little bit later that is really good for it's good for insomnia, but it's also good for that sacral chakra, just to open it up. We'll get there. Let's stay with this stretch for one more breath. Have you softened a little bit? Have you softened to the idea that you are a creative being? So when you're ready, let your inhalation draw you up, and we'll switch sides. So the right leg comes inside the left thigh, and maybe prop yourself up. Maybe one side needs a little more proppage. Use your strap if you like, and then take your torso and twist it toward that left leg, flexing that left foot. Just take a walk until you find the place where you land. So maybe it's holding on to your foot. Maybe you start somewhere and then you end up with a little deeper stretch. Just find your edge. And then use your breath. Inhale, lift and lengthen, and then exhale, just bow and surrender. Good. Let's try it a few times. Sometimes that really helps. So inhale, lift and lengthen. That's where we do the work. We put in the will. And then on the exhale, we just surrender. And that's when the grace happens. That's when the spirit moves us to create, to become our whole selves. Eventually find some stillness and see if you can just pause here. We'll just be quiet. And let's take one more breath together. And on your exhalation, take your fingertips to the side of that leg and come up gently, come up slowly. We'll take a little count, nothing little about Baddha Konasana, but bring your feet together. We'll let this be a counter pose for our backs. So inhale, shine, and then exhale, let yourself just release forward, bow forward. And just let the hips open up a little bit more. Good. Breathe in and breathe out. What if we made a promise to one another that we were going to try something new, something creative every single day this week? I like that idea. What do you think? And then let's report back next week and see what we came up with. Maybe try something completely new. It's almost soup season. I love making soup. That's one of my creative outlets in the fall. Maybe you'll write a poem and we can read it. I can't wait to hear what you come up with, really. No pressure, but wouldn't that be fun? Take one more breath. And then slowly come up, take your hands and draw your legs on up. Let's take one hug because we can. Lift and shine. And then exhale, round. Just let the back unwind. And then come on down to your back. And so here we're going to try that practice that I told you about that I learned at Sedona Mago. So it's called toe tapping. So toe tapping, we may have done this before, but if you've never done it, it can be very energizing, but it can also be very relaxing. So we're going to bring our heels together and just snuggle your shoulders so you have a nice broad expansive heart space. Let that sacral chakra shine as well. And you can leave your hands resting on the mat. Palms face up is always a good receptive posture. And then we're just going to take the balls of the feet and just tap them. So you immediately notice that the legs start to really work all the way up and down the legs. You can feel the quads getting engaged, the hips are getting a nice workout. And you can kind of tap hard. You can really kind of bring some force to this as long as there's no pain. And we keep doing it. You start to feel your glutes. See if you can relax your face as you're doing it. Relax your jaw. Let all the muscles around the eyes, even close your eyes. And just we'll keep going for about 10 more seconds and we'll take a rest. And then we will do another round. Have no fear. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Ah, let it go. Take a nice big breath in and a nice long Sophie exhalation. Let it go, maybe through the mouth. Just feel that energy running through your entire lower body. Can you feel it? We'll rest here for about 10 more seconds, and then we'll resume our toe tapping. Okay, so the book is The Artist's Way. Did I say that? Yeah. Okay, when you're ready, the heels come together. You can flex your feet and then just begin tapping. Let's go. Take one more round. So this does help with sleep. I can attest to that. It takes some practice, just like our yoga practice. We need to continue and commit to a discipline, but
over time, it seems to work. I actually have a video explaining this on my YouTube channel, so if you want to try it again. Let's keep going. Let's go for 20 more seconds. Come on, we can do it. Keep tapping. Yeah, I know, Sophie. I know. Let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Just let your legs relax. Let your whole body relax and just feel. Notice sensation. Noticing, observing without judgment, just noticing. Take a nice full breath in. And then exhale, hug your knees into your chest. Maybe take your nose towards your knee. And then lower down. We'll take our knees over to one side. Take a twist, gazing in the opposite direction. And breathe in here. And breathe out. So if you want a little more, you can extend that left leg forward, straight. Maybe get a little more of a stretch in that left hip. You can take your arms out wide or into cactus. Bending the elbows. Let's breathe one more nice big deep breath all the way into every little nook and cranny. Bringing that fresh flow of oxygen to every cell, all the tissues in our body. And then on your exhalation, come on back to center. Hug your knees, and again, maybe take your nose towards your knees again. And then we'll lower those legs over to the other side, finding your twist. Good. Always the option to extend the right leg if you feel like that would be more. I have something in the way, so I'm not going to do it. Take your gaze over to the opposite side. Bend your arms into cactus if you like. Get creative, get funky. Let's breathe here. 3 breaths, softening with each exhalation. Good. As you're ready, slowly roll to your back. Neutralize that spine and then send those legs long. Take anything that might feel good. So maybe a happy baby would feel good. Or just come into your Shavasana. So blanket over belly, over that sacral chakra is really nice. Snuggle your shoulders, let your arms release out, and let those palms be face up. And create a gesture of receptivity for this final posture, I suggest. And just let go here. Let this be the final surrender, the Shavasana. Just let this whole practice integrate. Bringing that union of body, mind, and spirit. You did it just by coming to your mat. Stay right where you are, if you like. And if you'd like to come up to a comfortable seat, just begin by deepening the breath and making small movements with your body. And then roll to one side. Make those transitions easy on yourself. So change is hard. Can be hard, not for everyone. When you're ready, use the strength of your arms to press yourself up. And when you find that seat, just notice what you've created. You've created more, hopefully, more space for your breath, which is always good. And perhaps we've created a little more flexibility, a little more openness in the body and the mind. So when those ideas come in, and they will, then we can act on them. Create more beauty. Bring more beauty to your life and to this world. We can do it. I can't wait to hear what you guys come up with. When you're ready, bring your arms out, reach up for all the goodness. Draw it right down into your heart. Take a moment to bow to your own divinity. And take a moment to send some of your good mojo out to someone who could use it. Just a thought of them in their wholeness. Thank you guys for practicing. Just another mindful Monday. Namaste. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. Yes, thank you. I was like, I know it would pop into my head, but it never did, so I figured. Julia Cameron, The Artist's Way. Such a good book, just to like have and pull out every once in a while.